Fala pessoal, sejam bem-vindos. Vamos para mais um vídeo para melhorar nossa conversação em inglês. Today I want to talk to you guys about the gene lottery. Gene lottery é uma loteria genética, né? The gene lottery is a game that everyone plays. We're going to talk about this throughout the class. We're going to understand together. Throughout the class, durante a aula, né? Durante toda a aula, né? Desde o início até o fim. É nesse momento que a gente usa essa palavra throughout. Ok? Bem legal de saber. Ela é uma daquele grupinho do through, thought, though, although e o throughout é mais uma daquela lá. Bem legal. Ok, so the gene lottery. Let's get started and understand what it is exactly. So I will read the text that I used in class, that I wrote for my classes. So I'll get started, I'll read, and you see if you can understand, and I'll make comments about the text, okay? So, the gene lottery is a game that everyone plays. Our genes can have an enormous impact on our experiences in life, but we have no control over them. They determine not only our physical aspects, but also our personalities, and they influence all we do. But we can't choose the genes we get from our parents. Okay? So basically here is what is the gene lottery? Um jogo que todo mundo joga, porque nossa vida é impactada pelos nossos genes, mas a gente não tem nenhum controle neles, né? So this text is talking about this. Maybe you understood that, maybe a little more or less, but I will talk to you guys about it. Don't forget, you can put subtitles, né? Colocar legenda no vídeo. You can change the speed, mudar a velocidade para ir combinando bem com o seu nível de inglês e para que você continue tendo um bom momento de estudo aqui, né? Good study time. So, uma palavra legal aqui nesse texto é o enormous. Enormous é enorme, né? A gente tem a palavra huge, que também significa enorme, giant, que é gigante, e enormous, né? Many words are similar in Portuguese and English. These languages, they have common origin, né? Origens em comum também. Então, o latim, né, essas palavras vão ajudar a gente muito a falar inglês, ok? So enormous is a very good word on this one, ok? So on this one we have no control over them. To have control over something é ter controle sobre alguma coisa, né? I don't have control over this. Eu não tenho controle sobre isso, né? Nisso ou disso, né? A gente no português a gente pode falar não tenho controle disso. No inglês você pode colocar um over this, né? Over this. I don't have control over my suppliers, né? Os meus fornecedores. I don't have control over my boss. Eu não tenho controle do meu chefe. Esse control over são duas palavras bastante usadas juntas, ok? So basically we don't have any control of our genes. We just inherit, né? Nós herdamos. We inherit those genes from our parents. There's nothing we can do about it, né? Não tem nada. There's nothing. There's nothing we can do about it. There's nothing I can do. Não há nada que eu possa fazer. Não tenho o que eu fazer. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. There is nothing I can do. Bem legal. So, I asked my students, perguntei para os meus alunos, I asked my students, in your opinion, in your personal opinion, what impacts life more? Genes or experiences? So, I had this conversation and people approach it differently, né? Elas abordam essa pergunta de formas diferentes, né? They approach it differently, né? But in general, everybody agrees, todo mundo concorda, everybody agrees that it's a combination of genes, our genetic material, and experiences. And then people give different reasons for that. They say, look, some people have identical twins, né, gêmeos idênticos, but they have different experiences in life, or the same experiences, but they have different personalities. Então, so people use this argument pro and con, usaram o mesmo argumento para dizer a favor e para dizer contra, né, dos gêmeos idênticos, identical twins, né? Twins são gêmeos, identical twins, gêmeos idênticos. But I would like to share with you my own opinion. I think it's all genes. And I know that different experiences will have different impacts on different people, but also your genes are probably going to impact how you interact with that experience, okay? But I do think everybody's capable of responding to the same situations or very similar scenarios very differently, okay? Now I'm remembering, tô lembrando, né? I'm remembering something that Jordan Peterson said. I think I've mentioned Jordan Peterson before, but I'm a big fan of the things he says. And one of the things he says is, there are genes that we all have that are sleeping, né? Né, tem genes que todos nós temos, mas que estão dormindo, né? There are genes we all have, but they're sleeping, and they need some kind of environmental trigger, né? To be activated, né? Que é um gatilho, né, no ambiente, né? They all need some kind of environmental trigger. Some kind of é algum tipo de, é um grupo de palavras bem comuns da gente usar, né? Some kind of. They need some kind of environmental trigger to be activated, to be triggered, né? Para ser engatilhado, para ser ativado. So I think that's very interesting. Maybe we don't know exactly what genes we have. Many of them are sleeping, and it's only under stress, é somente sob estresse, né? Sob estresse. It's only under stress that some of these genes are going to be activated, and they can be very good genes, genes that probably you would like to have activated in your brain. A gente gostaria de ter esses genes ativados, né? Maybe. So these situations in life that we go through problems, we go through struggles são momentos de dificuldade, uma palavra legal. We go through, né? Nós passamos por, we go through problems, we go through struggles. Maybe these moments are great to activate some genes, that good genes that we had sleeping on us. The creativity gene, the fighting gene, that gene that makes you just keep working harder to turn things around, né? To turn things around é para virar o jogo, né? Vamos dizer assim, para mudar as coisas, né? To turn things around. So these stressful situations, we learn many things, and sometimes maybe we activate, we awake, né? Nós acordamos, we awake some great genes that are great tools for us to go on this life, interacting, having experiences, and solving problems. So maybe many good genes are only activated under stress. So maybe that's another benefit, another optimistic way of looking in these hard times, né? Nos tempos difíceis, né? So to get a good look, a positive look, maybe we are getting some new genes awaken, né? Despertos, okay? So anyway, that was the first question in the lesson, and then we started talking about why this gene lottery. It's something like a loteria dos genes. Why this gene lottery is something that we should pay attention to. I will read a text that I showed in class. The gene lottery is important because it impacts what goals we will have in life, and also the tools we have or need to get to achieve them. Would you like to be more friendly, taller, blonde? Would you like to be more intelligent, disciplined? Our genes can make things easier and also harder. Okay, so that's something for us to really think about. Maybe some people, they just have the genes for intelligence, for memory, and maybe some people don't. And then you are in the school, in a class, and these people are together, and the teacher is going to explain something, and that person who was lucky, sortuda, né, ou sortudo, that person who was lucky to have the intelligence gene, the memory gene, that person is going to understand like this and go to the next one, and then to the next one, and then to the next, and then to the next, né? E daí pro próximo, né? But not the other guy. The other guy, he listened to the teacher, but he didn't really understand it, or he understood, but the next day he forgot it, né? Ou ele entendeu, no dia seguinte esqueceu, or he understood, and then the next day he forgot it. So it's not really fair Na verdade, não é muito justo, maybe to judge everyone by the same things. Like we just have different genes, and we are made up of different ways. And then it's interesting to see how we start thinking about. That was the question in class. Tell us one genetic aspect that you were lucky. Né? Então, fale pra gente um aspecto genético em que você se saiu sortudo, né? Where you were lucky, okay? So some people, they have the physical luck, they're very beautiful, very strong, healthy body. Other people have a great mind, great thinkers, understand stuff, and can create new things. Others have that art thing. So people can be lucky in many different aspects. And then I also asked them, well, what aspect you were unlucky, that you would like to have maybe better genes, or maybe to trigger or to activate some genes. A lot of people say creativity. I think it's muitas pessoas dizem. A lot of people say, muitas pessoas dizem. A lot of people say creativity. I understand it's a great tool to have, and not many people have them. It seems to be something more rare. Né? Parece ser algo mais raro. It seems to be something more rare, the creativity gene. But we can develop it, né? Mas a gente pode desenvolver. Definitely good. But we finished the class talking about how maybe this gene lottery, it's in the past. Maybe it's in the past. Let's understand why. Well, I will read the text. But technology and medicine work together, and the gene lottery will be in the past. With the help of AI and supercomputers, doctors and scientists can read the complete genetic code of anyone, and they can also design a new code for in vitro babies. Very wild. Basically, we can design genetically to the very detail of a very gene how we want a new human to be here. Of course, this sounds like science fiction, né? Soa como, it sounds like. It looks like, parece visualmente. It sounds like, parece sonoramente. It smells like, né? Parece um sentido do cheiro. Então esse it smells, it looks, it sounds e depois o like, como a gente quer descrever algo que é parecido, né? So it sounds like science fiction, way ahead into the future, but it makes sense. It makes sense that we can map the genetic code, né? A gente consegue mapear. We can map the genetic code. We can alter it, and then if this technology just keeps on developing and developing and developing, then it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. It is just a matter of time. É só uma questão de tempo. It's just a matter of time until we have something like this. We are designing humans to be boy, girl, tall, short, smart, creative, fun, serious, disciplined, whatever. You can just maybe choose many characteristics of your future child. And then I asked people if that's okay. I asked my students, do you think this is okay to design a person? And many people say yes, no. And then I ask some questions. People change their perspectives. It's a very nuanced. Tem muita nuance, né? Tem muitos dois lados nisso. It's a very nuanced topic. If you think it's okay to design new humans. To choose if it's a boy or a girl. Some people have like a limit, like to choose a boy or a girl, it's okay. To choose tall or short, it's okay. And then they start changing like personality characteristics, color of the eyes, color of your hair, color of your skin. There are many different things to choose from. In theory, in theory, we are doing this today. Humans are doing this today. If I'm not mistaken, se eu não estou enganado, if I'm not mistaken, we have fertility clinics where you can get a sperm from a sperm donor, and you can have basic fundamental information on the characteristics of the man who donated that sperm. And then based on that, you are kind of selecting the genetic code or the genetic makeup, que é a sua composição genética, your genetic makeup of your future child in a way. So I guess we are doing this today. And I think it's okay. I think it's all right. Anyway, so That was the gene lottery. A lot to think about it. How much of our lives is impacted or defined by that gene lottery? What are the advantages or disadvantages, pros and cons of this thing, and how much should we change them? It's just a very interesting conversation to have because, like I said, it's a game that everyone plays, né? É uma loteria que todo mundo joga, né? Um jogo de loteria que todo mundo joga. Everybody plays, everyone plays. Very good, great. Guys, thank you very much for your attention. Espero que tenha ajudado. I hope it helped to develop your conversation. I'm available if you have any questions, okay? Estou disponível se tiverem dúvidas. Thank you very, very much. I'll see you guys on the next one, okay? Bye-bye.